Oh, that's a whole bunch of adorable little pandas. Kung Fu Panda 3, released in 2016 and is directed by Jennifer Yu Nelson and Alessandro Carloni, who have also directed such films like Kung Fu Panda 2 and The Darkest Minds. And this film is starring the voices once again of Jack Black, Bryan Cranston, Dustin Hoffman, Angelina Jolie, J.K. Simmons, Seth Rogen, Lucy Liu, David Cross, Kate Hudson, James Hong, Randall Duke Kim, and Jackie Chan. General Kai has harnessed all of the Grand Master's powers in the spirit realm and has made his way to the mortal world to gain more power from the Grandmasters still here on Earth. Meanwhile, the dragon warrior Po is being put to the test by his master in an attempt to become a Grandmaster himself and to teach his fellow Furious Five members. But Po is greeted by his biological father, who invites him to their hidden village of a whole bunch of other pandas in the middle of the wilderness. And as Po learns about his history and his roots, General Kai marches ever so closer to fight Po and to kill everyone in this hidden panda village. So I remember when the first Kung Fu Panda film came out and being very happy with it. I think I was a little let down by how much I was building that thing up in my mind, but I do like the message of the first Kung Fu Panda film about your self-identity. And really that's what all of these Kung Fu Panda films I've come to learn are all about. It is about identity. It's about your self-worth and your belief in yourself. It's about that search for your purpose in your life and the realization that there is no set purpose in your life. There is nothing that is written down saying that you need to live life this way. You need to do this in order to have a fulfilling life. There is nothing written down. There is only inner peace. And that's what Po struggles with the most in this movie. And I mean, he struggled with it in the previous two films as well, but in this one, it's a major theme. He keeps talking about it, about inner peace. Finding that inner peace, finding that inner happiness in your life. And if you do that, that is what gives your life meaning enough to where you can pass on that inner peace to someone else, maybe a friend, maybe a family member, maybe an offspring, maybe a child of yours. And I didn't have great expectations coming into this film. This is the first time I've watched it, and how many other great third entries in an animated sequel are there? There's not many. This one, however, by far surpasses both the previous two Kung Fu Panda films. And I love being surprised, and I love being shocked by that. Seeing the power struggle between Po's biological father and then his adopted father, about the different morals and different teachings that they both have, but yet they still worry about this kid. Master Shifu, who has spent his entire life trying to find that inner peace, and you think this dude would have found it by now, but there's still some things that he is working through. There are still things that he needs to learn, and he's trying to pass along this guidance of inner peace to Po. And that whole dynamic and that whole connection between those two is still so strong. It's even stronger in this movie than it is in the first two. The animation is great. When we get to the Panda City, all of these freaking adorable pandas, and how I just want to jump through the screen and hug every single one of them and play with every single one of them because they're so freaking adorable. This movie blew my mind. I'm so shocked at this. If there was a ding I would give to this movie, it would be the fall from the antagonist from the second to the third, because the villain in the second movie I thought was terrifying. How he was animated, the bug eyes out of his face, scared me. And I can't explain why, but watching that character on screen terrified me. Here, General Kai, he is not scary. In fact, he is comical in many ways. He is introduced saying, "I'm General Kai," and everyone's saying, Who are you? And he's trying to give all of the names that he's garnered over the years and all the battles that he's won and people he's defeated, and everyone's like, we don't... What? Who are you, bruh? That's hilarious, and that's a great comedic beat, but it is a fall from the horror and the terrifying nature that the first villain was to this one, who's kind of a comic side character. He does become menacing. He turns all of these grandmasters and all these kung fu masters into green zombie mutants that he unleashes on his friends, and that's a terrifying thing when you think about it. But the whole vibe that I'm getting from General Kai, he is definitely not a terrifying figure. He's a tough figure. He is a final boss. Maybe not a final boss. He is one of the, I guess, level bosses that you would have to beat in beating the game, I guess. Not saying all this is a bad thing, though. I love the comedic bits with him. And I love that it's J.K. Simmons, that man's voice being lent to animation. It could be comedic, but it could also be terrifying, as we've seen in previous years with J.K. Simmons in Invincible. I'm so pleasantly surprised with Kung Fu Panda 3, and I know Kung Fu Panda 4 came out this past weekend. I am going to go see it and get that reviewed and posted on here on this channel, which is why I'm watching all of these. But for a first-time viewing, for a third entry in an animated feature franchise, I'm so impressed, and this film, it's uplifting to your spirit. I love the message of this movie about identity and self-worth and finding your place in this world. Understanding where you come from, learning about your past, but not letting that define you. Respect where you come from, but it's your actions in the present that can lead to a better future and just lead to your future in general. Kung Fu Panda 3 is wonderful. It is magnificent. I could go back and watch this constantly. I love this movie. I'm going to give Kung Fu Panda 3 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So guys, if you've seen Kung Fu Panda 3, what did you think about it? What is your ranking of all of the Kung Fu Panda films in this franchise so far? Whatever you thought, comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I'm releasing next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.